Hi folks, my name is Tim Collins. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and in this video I'm going to demonstrate how to use good voice leading in your playing of lines in a jazz improvisation. So let's dive right in. Voice leading is the concept of moving the important notes of each chord in a chord progression in a way that is pleasing and melodic to the ear without too much jumping around. So a good example is a 2-5-1 chord progression with voice leading like this. Right, so there's a bunch of possibilities for using those chord tones for improvisation lines over that progression. For example, let's just take the top note here. So we have, this is the C minor chord, we have 1, 3, 5, 7. This one is going to go downward where it turns into the F7 chord, and now it's 5, 7, 1, 3. And then it will stay there when the chord resolves to the B flat major 7. Right, 1, 3, 5, 7. So the voice leading just of this one is this. So that's an important little melody to remember while you're improvising, because you can work it into the lines that you play. For example, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are some examples. Sometimes what I was doing was playing the actual chord tone right on the downbeat and then filling in the spaces around it with other notes from the chord, possibly a passing tone within the scale. Other times I was waiting until further in the bar to play the note. So it wasn't always exactly on the one, but the voice leading was always there. So using just those four notes of the chord, the 1, 3, 5, and 7, is a very good way to imply the harmony in a clear way that sounds melodically pleasing to the ear, but it's a little bit vanilla, as I like to say. And if you want to get more lines that are more nuanced, you can use upper structures, more of the upper structures, for example, the 9th or the 11th or the 13th. So what you have to do first before you can start working those lines in is learn how to voice lead them as chord progressions. I'm going to play the same exact chord progression, the 2-5-1 in the key of B flat, but now I'm going to voice it using upper structures. So instead of 1, 3, 5, 7, I'm going to use 3, 5, 7, 9. And then also when I go to the 5 chord, I'll alter some of the notes so that you get some nice voice leading. For example, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so in that case, I went 2. So here's the root, which I'm not playing. 3, 5, 7, 9. And then the F7 chord, here's the root, I'll play it down here. But then I played this over the top, which is the 7th, the flat 9th, the 3rd, and the flat 13th. And then it resolves to a B flat major 9th chord without the root. So here's the root. 3, 5, 7, 9. So once again, it's this. All right, so now let's pick one of those. I'm going to pick this voice leading. So that's the little melody that I'm going to base some of my lines off of. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was one of the voice leadings. Another one we had was, so if I play the chords again, take a look at this voice. We have, so it's the 5th on the C minor chord, the flat 9 on the F7 chord, and the 5th on the B flat major chord. So now I'm going to improvise some lines kind of using that as a base. 1, 2, 3, 4. it's there at the end. Okay, so we also have this one going here. It's a little bit less movement, but you could also do that. So here's an example using that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can plug in any kind of chord progression you want with this and find some voice leading that you like and then build lines around it. Let's try it with some random chords. I'll pick G major 7 and I don't know, D flat major 7. So two completely unrelated chords. They're a tritone apart. G major 7, and then looking at the vibraphone I see the closest version of a D flat major 7 is like this. So I'm going to do that. So voice leading of these chords, we've got this. We've also got this. We have this one. We've got this one. So now I'm going to just improvise some lines using voice leading between the different chord tones. I'll start with this one. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll go from the 3rd on the G chord to the major 7th on the D flat major 7 chord. So 2, 3, 4. Those are two random chords that I used the same technique on, and that's one way that you can, with your own songs, with any song that you're learning or practicing, just use this technique of adding voice leading to creating your lines, and it will make your improvisations sound that much clearer. And it also gives you something simple to focus on while soloing. It's a little bit less daunting than thinking, oh my gosh, I have to play the entire G major scale, and now I have to think of the D flat major scale. Just pick two voice leading spots that you're going to focus on. You start with the one note, add some arpeggios around it, and then play the other note, add some other arpeggios around it. I guarantee you it'll make the playing over the chord changes sound a lot smoother. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, comment. I love taking comments because I get great ideas for videos. And yeah, go to my website and think about maybe checking out some of the sheet music. I have sheet music and things for sale, and I appreciate the support. Thanks very much, everybody.